Hi everybody, nice to meet you here in our course about Polkadot project. I'm sure that you know the most popular cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum. In my opinion, if Bitcoin was created for the assets transferring from the one wallet to another, Ethereum it's a next step in technologies because it has smart contracts on the board. And Polkadot in this line the most technically advanced. Usually I'm using the Coingecko website to take the detailed information about the blockchains. Let's jump on it and I will show you something interesting. On the main page of the Coingecko website we see a lot of different cryptocurrencies. Let's check what information is available here, and we see the first place it's a Bitcoin because I'm sorting for the market cap of the cryptocurrencies. The second place of course it's Ethereum, and the 12th place it's a Polkadot project. Between that places we can see different stable coins like Tether, USDT, USDC, and staked Ether. It's a special coin that's connected with the price of the Ethereum. It's like Ethereum twin, but another cryptocurrency. But we are talking mainly about Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Polkadot. Let's press on the Bitcoin icon and check the information inside this link. Here we can see the price of the Bitcoin right now and some additional information like market cap, circulating supply, 24-hour trading volume, total supply, maximum supply. And for the Bitcoin it's an interesting moment that circulating supply it's over 19 million, but the total supply and maximum supply it's 21 million, because for the Bitcoin it's limited by the mathematical formula inside the software that providing work of the miners. Okay, here we can check the historical price of the Bitcoin, 24 hours, 7 days, 14 days, half year, maximum. And we, as a technical guys, interested not only in the price but in the developers part of the project. In the developer part you can see the link to the GitHub. You can check the GitHub, how many commits, what's happening with the source code of the project, and so on. Actually Bitcoin showed that big systems with a lot of different participants can exist, and it's really stable as a system. But why Bitcoin doesn't use everywhere? Because it's really simple technology that make possible give access to the money transfer for every person. And I have some ideas that limiting the mass adoption of the blockchain technologies in common, and especially the Bitcoin. Let's jump to the next website. It's called Blockchair, and I will show you some additional information that's laying inside the blocks, that collecting inside the blocks of every blockchain. The blockchair.com website, it has information about different cryptocurrencies that's giving API for the collecting information about the block size, about the time, and so on. Let's check Bitcoin, and here we can see the more technical information than Coingecko's website giving us. Initially, we see the blockchain size. Right now it's around the half terabyte for the Bitcoin. That means every miner of the Bitcoin keeping the whole blockchain, the half of the terabyte, on their computer. But it's not big right now, but it's growing permanently. We can see the number of nodes, it means the number of miners. When the last block was mined, the difficulty, and some really technical information that we are not touching. But here we see the very interesting parameter, the transaction per second. And transaction per second only 5. For example, Visa and MasterCard, they have more than 1,000 transactions per second. For Visa, promising more than 20,000 transactions per second. And of course, if we are comparing the numbers, the blockchain, it's only 5 transactions per second. And don't forget that you are waiting for your transaction, because for Bitcoin, every block mined in 10 minutes. You have 10 minutes waiting when your transaction will be mined. And here we can see that we have 4,825 transactions in the block. It's a big number, but we still need waiting 10 minutes, and if we divide this number of transactions on the time when we're waiting, the speed of the blockchain will be around 5 transactions per second. Okay, let's check another one blockchain that we mentioned, Ethereum, and we'll see what's happening with the Ethereum blockchain. On the Coingecko website, we can see the information about the Ethereum price, the history of the price, and some additional information about the market cap, circulating supply, total supply, but there is no maximum supply for Ethereum, because right now Ethereum changed their mining process, and right now there is no limit for the Ethereum coin number. I will show you later. Also, we can check the developer page and can see the Ethereum GitHub. You can see how often any changes are made. 5 days ago or 2 hours ago. That means the project is alive and the developers pushing forward as much as possible. Some additional information about the hardware, about the full nodes starting, and so on. This information is really needed when you're checking the new cryptocurrencies and new projects, because you can find what's really happening with the project. How often the developer team working on the project on the GitHub, and it can give you more insights about this cryptocurrency. But let's jump on the Blockchair website and check the information about Ethereum. here we can see that right now the Ethereum emission it's minus 4.51 Ethereum per minute. That means the number of Ethereum coins decreasing every minute. For example, if we're coming back to the Bitcoin and we'll check the block that mined the last one, we can see the reward for the miners, and the miners reward more than 7 Bitcoins for the block. That means the number of the Bitcoin increasing every block every 10 minutes. And Ethereum right now has another situation when the number of Ethereum decreasing, the total number of Ethereum coins decreasing. Just keep that information in mind. Also, we can see that the blockchain size for Ethereum right now it's already more than 600 gigabytes. We can see some additional statistics and so on. We can check the block inside and see the number of transactions. It's 100 transactions and more than 500 transactions, not the transactions, but it's called calls. It means someone calling the smart contract. That means the Ethereum mostly used for working with the smart contracts. For example, if you're using USDT or DAI stablecoin, you're not working with just transactions, but you are working with the smart contracts, because DAI or USDT it's a special smart contract inside the Ethereum blockchain. Okay, let's make one step back and also check the average time between the blocks. If the Bitcoin has around 10 minutes between the blocks, the Ethereum has 12 seconds between the blocks. And we can see that transactions per second, it's still 12, around 12 transactions. Of course, it's twice bigger than Bitcoin, but it's still much more less than Visa and MasterCard has. That's a problem for using the blockchains as the money transfer systems. Okay, right now we know that Ethereum has 12 transactions per second, but how to solve the problem of such a straight limit for the blockchains? And here is the Polkadot project, and let me tell you how they solve this problem. Actually, Polkadot has two parts: the Polkadot itself with the dot coin, and another one blockchain for the developers. It's Kusama project. Kusama especially for developers, and inside this Kusama blockchain there are a lot of blockchains, more than 40. That means if one blockchain has at least 10 or 20 transactions per second, that means in common Kusama network has around 1000 transactions per second. And this is solution to keep the separate blockchains inside the common blockchain and this is idea of the Polkadot ecosystem. Kusama, it's a special network for developers. And you can see the GitHub for developers. It has separate from the Polkadot. Let's jump to the Polkadot, and it actually has own social media and the separate GitHub for developers. It's a separate project, but in infrastructure it's the same. When the project works well in Kusama blockchain and the time period quite long, this project can replace to the Polkadot ecosystem, because the Polkadot ecosystem, it has more than 10 the blockchain right now, and it has straight requirements for the developers that blockchains can exist inside Polkadot ecosystem. Okay, let's jump on the Polkadot network website and we'll check what we can find here.